morning.
Good morning.
Stitch Along Friday.
It is.
You know what we were talking about? We were talking about, is it easy for you to lie? Now, I know that really sounds like a funny topic, but, we were just chit-chatting away and talking about when we were kids and how, you want to get away with something once in a while, and I couldn't do it. I mean, I would do it. I would try, but I never got away with it.
Never got away with it. No. My face says it all.
But yes, I think yours even more than mine. At least I try to keep a straight face.
Yeah, no, I don't think I would be a good poker player.
No, that's the other thing. Yeah. I never was either.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, somebody tried to teach me one, and I lost everything.
Yeah.
So, I don't like losing.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yes.
We're chit-chatting away here, talking about when we were kids, did you lie?
Yeah.
And how well did you lie? In other words, to get out of scrapes and things with your parents. Hello, Loretta. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Loretta.
Yeah, I always love it when people come on board and say hi.
Loretta's usually first.
I know. Yeah. You're very good, Loretta. You're very practiced. I don't know if I would be able to be that good at being there right first? On time.
No, I don't think I could type that fast.
Well, and not only that, just being there, being able to catch it when it starts. I think it takes a little something.
It does.
Have you been? Because you've done it before.
Yeah, I have. It does take a little bit of time to
kind of hang in or get in there. Yeah. So what happens? Do you get a little notice on your computer?
I never noticed a notice or anything like that. I was just waiting for it, and then I'd have to find you. I tried to go to VS chat group. No, it's not there. It's
Where would it be?
I don't know. I can't. It eventually shows up. It does. It shows up that Thea's live. So
okay. So it's a notification of some sort.
Well, you have to be on Facebook then.
Right. Yeah. But then you get one from them. Okay. Yeah. Hello, Margaret. Good to see you. Loretta. Oh, I set an alarm.
Set an alarm.
Thank you. We always love it when you're here and pop in.
Oh, she watches during lunch.
Oh, of course. That makes sense. Of course. And then it kind of goes together. Oh, it's lunchtime. Oh, it's Friday.
It's Friday. And I think, if I'm not incorrect, you work at home all the time, Loretta. Is that correct? Or do you still go to an office every once in a while?
She's probably correct. Yeah. She remembers everything. And Nancy Prutting is here. Hello.
Good morning,
Thank you
Nancy.
for saying hello. And Donna Granger in the cloudy, foggy, chilly Berkeley.
Yeah, we're kind of the same here.
We got about the same. I think it's all blanketed up and down the coast because Richard's going to LA today on his way down to South America. No, not South America.
Central America.
But he is stopping in LA overnight. And so I thought, okay, maybe I'll ask Google what temperature it is. And I think it was 16 degrees when I asked this morning. And it was overcast. So I couldn't believe it. Leslie says, good early morning, everyone. Lying in bed. It's cold and windy and wet. In Adelaide.
Wow.
Oh, well, I guess it's getting on winter for you. Winter season, anyway.
2 a.m. Oh.
Thanks for the smile. And Loretta says, yes, I work at home.
Yes.
I knew you would know that. Louise Fossa, hello. Good to see you. I'm sorry if I said, yes, I did say it right. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes I think it should be Louisa. But no, it's Louise.
Yeah.
Hola, Marley.
Hola, Marley. And it's chilly Brazil, 21 Celsius. Oh.
We get a little warm here when it's 21.
To be 21 Celsius. Wouldn't that be nice? I think we got 21 yesterday.
Did we? I thought it was 19.
No.
Okay.
No.
So that was like as high as it's been so far.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's okay. We have we love where we live, and I'm sure you do too,
Absolutely.
Marley. Tanya, good morning. Sunny today in Arkansas.
Oh, very nice.
Big smile. That's good. I hope that most of you have fairly good weather, and certainly it looks like our side of the country is going to have a fairly cool June and then go into normalcy for the summer.
Summer. I don't think we'll have that heat dome that we did at the end of June.
We never had one before.
We never had one before. We got up to, what was it, 42, I think, here?
Which is like, no.
Unheard of.
And also, our heat dome, like the word heat dome, was also coined.
A new term, too.
And I'm thinking, these weather guys, they think up all sorts of terms to make us, realize how terrible it is.
I like the atmospheric river.
Yeah, a lot of rain.
Yeah.
Tanya says, "Good morning, everybody. Sunny." Oh no, I've
Yeah, we
already
read
said
that.
that. Sorry, Tanya.
96 degrees the other day in Pennsylvania. Wow, that's warm, Loretta.
So that would be how many Celsius?
Let's see. Would it be
Can you do
thir-
that math in your head?
32, 33, I think?
Okay, that's
Yeah.
high. You must be very warm in
Mm-hmm.
Pennsylvania. Well, we have started already,
Yep.
and it's so nice to be here. I got up rather early, like 3 a.m. this morning, because Richard's gone away. My partner Richard's gone away, and he'll be away now for 5 months for sure. Last time he went away, I thought he was going to be longer, but he came back after 21 days. So all that, emotion and everything.
That's right. You have to go through it again.
Yeah.
It's like,
And so then he got set for another trip down there, and this time he's got an apartment that he is already, he's got his eye on, and it's reasonable, and he's going to Belize. And the reason he's there is because we're just looking at all the different places that we could end up going. Could be a good retirement place. It could be that we don't like it there at all because I'm not very good in the heat. But we'll find out. And he's going to go there for business as well. So, we talked about that in other stitch-alongs.
yes.
Anyway, so I'm on my own. There's a part of me that's totally relieved because I really had to take care of all these details for him.
True.
Over the last weeks.
True.
But there's another part of me that's kind of feeling a little, not lonely, especially just alone. And I usually like being alone.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know about 5 months. That's
a long time to
it's
be.
a bit longer.
Yeah.
I might get so that I like it so much.
You're going, no,
Don't
stay
come
longer.
back. Or I might, suffer. I don't want to suffer.
No, you don't want to suffer. I think by the time he gets back, you'll be happy when he comes back. Yeah.
Loretta said, the party's at Thea's.
Yes, I agree, Loretta.
Well, who else thought that is my daughter Petra, who lives in Vancouver, and I haven't seen her for, I don't know, over a year because of COVID and everything. And she emailed me this week and she said, Mom, now that Richard's gone on Friday, can I come over on Saturday? I guess she thinks it's a party.
Yeah.
Anyway, she just recently emailed again and said, maybe I can't quite make it, maybe next weekend. So,
oh, okay.
And then she put in it, probably because she was a little concerned. She said, that'll let you have time to get over, everything and rest a little bit. I thought, she knows me really well. Anyway, enough about me. How was your week?
My week, it went by really fast. Of course, I always say that. But, my first week back after my vacation. And so there was lots of things that I needed to, answer emails and some book work and, some inventory counting and charting, actually, a new design.
I know, it's exciting. I did manage to get that done.
Yeah.
And so now you're working on that new design, and we're going to be releasing it hopefully in June.
Hopefully, yes.
We'll cross our fingers because we have some, the pattern is ready, but we'll see how long it takes for everything to be ready for that particular new design and see how we release it.
Yeah.
Just so you all know, there is going to be another stitch along. And I think that that's something that I kind of was on the fence about last time we talked. I really wasn't sure whether I could do it again, but I'm going to do it.
You're going to do it again?
Yeah. And, there was some cause for feeling like, well, what we should do is we should I think we talked about it.
Yeah, we did.
To make some patterns and then we can sell them instead of me doing all the work and then just giving them away. But I thought, I can't do that to this group.
Yeah.
I just can't see myself saying, okay, no more stitch-alongs, but you can find something on our website.
That's right.
It's not fun.
Yeah.
It's not fair, rather. We've done this for so long. And I wanted to be sure that you all were kind of enticed and happy to be here in this group. And that's important to me. And I think Lisa feels very much the same way, right? And so Lisa's been working on some of those. So this has been great, a bit more of a group effort.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Marty is here. Happy Friday.
Yeah.
That's so nice to see. Happy Friday is the best day of the week.
Yeah.
Well, there are many people who agree with you, especially people who work until Friday.
Well, that's true, exactly. And I was so looking forward, thinking, yay, tomorrow's Saturday. I get to sleep in till, 8 o'clock is usually when I sleep in till.
Mhm.
And then my husband tells me he's going to an archery competition up island, and he has to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
No, and then you'll have to hear
Yeah,
him
exactly. And
have
I
a
was like,
shower
no,
or whatever.
no. Saturday, it's my Saturday. I know you're retired, but do you have to do these things on a weekend?
When I don't want you to.
That's right.
Hello, my
Yeah.
lady. Happy Friday to you. And Judy says, I'm so happy. I love doing them.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you for saying those things.
Yeah.
That makes me feel happy too.
And good morning, Pat.
Just checking. Marty says 96 degrees, about
35 Celsius.
Whoa. Pat Henke, good to see you. And Beverly Fleming is here. Well, you are welcome, Judy Marshall. I'm so glad that you like doing them. And also, I love seeing what people do with them.
I like seeing all the different versions of the same pattern.
My total favorite.
Yeah, my total favorite. Absolutely. Yeah.
Because every one of them, it doesn't matter who it is, every one of you have your own creative bent.
Definitely.
Right? And how you interpret a pattern that's just colors and you don't ever get a materials list, how you interpret it with your materials that you have there or leftovers of Victoria Sampler things, because we often have we have had in the past accessory packs that were big enough.
That's right. That there was always leftover threads in them. Yeah.
That's right. So you can use those too. And you'll probably find that that your palette is much the same as what I would choose. Because almost all of those things all of those choices that I made all kind of go together.
Yes.
Most of them. Anyway, Vicki Fisher is here. It will be another hot day in El Paso.
I bet it will be. Yeah.
I don't envy you the hotness, but I'm sure you all, if you're used to the hotness, you have air conditioning. And
yes.
I hope that helps a bit.
Definitely. I think one thing about El Paso that I remember, because I have been to El Paso, and we were, when I was 16, we were traveling down through the States in our motorhome and van, and El Paso was the place we got a hotel.
What does that mean?
Because it was so hot.
Oh, you couldn't camp.
You couldn't.
Is what you mean.
You couldn't camp. We had no air conditioning, of course, in the. It was a camprized van. It wasn't really a motorhome.
Oh, you would have been stifling.
Yeah. And so, El Paso was the one place we got a hotel, and it's a really dry heat, if I remember correctly. So,
well, I'm very glad that you're alive and kicking, Vicki Fisher. Keep it up, and don't get out there in that hot heat weather. That's right. You have some things here.
I did pull some things today, and
we always have something.
Yeah, start off with this set.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, we can both hold one.
Hold them.
And this is called?
These are the June birthday bell pull and the June birthday needle roll, which is framed.
Isn't that nice together? Actually, the bell pull doesn't take as much stitching, but it's much the same motifs.
Absolutely.
It's even... but it's got a little bit of heart hanger as well, which is different. But the pearl heart is the same, and of course the rose and the words June, rose, and pearl are rearranged. So you can see how you can change something to the degree that you can enlarge it or make it smaller or whatever. So I'm really pleased that you've got this one. And do you also have bell pull hardware for this one?
Yes, we do have bell pull hardware.
We do, but
we
sorry,
do. Unfortunately, we don't have extras.
But at some point, that's what we put on there, right?
Absolutely. But it's also nice to see that with the needle roll, you can have it framed. You can make it into a needle roll. You could also do one of those present boxes type of thing.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah. Kind of like the little cottages that are behind Thea there.
Can you see? No, wait a minute.
No,
this
other way.
Like those little guys right there.
Or a flat fold.
Yes.
That would be another way you could finish it.
True. And this, a little frame, no, it isn't. I thought it was a
pre-made one.
Then it would have been a 5x7 or a 9x12 or something. I think
from Michael's, which would work as well. But you had that yours actually professionally framed.
But what you could do is get a pre-made one and then have a mat cut.
Absolutely, to fit in it.
To fit the piece, because it's not quite the same size as a regular size.
Exactly.
Frame.
You could also make it into a bell pull like this one.
Mhm.
It just would be
Mhm.
wider, and you need a little larger hardware for it.
Yes, or a stick. Don't forget, bell pulls do
Okay,
not have to
yeah,
go on
on
hardware.
Yeah.
You can paint a stick. It's, you know,
Mhm.
I've seen people do that. They have a little bamboo
Absolutely.
stick or
Yeah.
something, and then put a little groove on the outside and
Mhm.
tie a little hanger to
Yeah.
it. Because that doesn't take much,
No.
and it just hangs very nicely on your wall.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Pat Henke said, I had a great visit with my son. He did some things I couldn't do
Oh,
anymore.
very nice.
Oh, what a
Yeah.
help that is. I can really understand having someone who can do the things that you can't, and then you're sitting there looking at something that actually should be done. It would drive me crazy. I can't do a lot of things anymore. You know, I can't lift heavy things anymore.
Yeah.
I just don't usually do
Yeah.
it. And so I've
Yeah.
lost not just the strength there, but also in my back and stuff.
Mhm.
And boy, do I ever miss Richard for those things.
Yeah.
I like it when there's somebody around goes, yes, I can do it for you.
Well, if you need something really heavy lifted, we'll have to call Bob out here because he's retired anyways and he's not doing anything.
Oh, I have a, oh good, I have a substitute. That's great. Thanks very much.
We'll just say Bob.
No, you say.
Yeah, I'll say Bob.
Because I
Actually,
won't be
he
able to
might do
ask
it
him.
more for you than he would for me. So.
Marcia, I'm sorry it's cloudy, but goo morning to you too,
Yeah.
which is kind of cute.
It
Thank you.
is.
Renee
It is.
Fisher. Oh, how wonderful. I love your stitch alongs. It's so fun to look forward to a Friday every week. Oh, you are so welcome. And I really do appreciate everyone saying thank you. I know that it must be very, very repetitive to say thank you every time I put something up because there's one every week, right?
Mhm.
But I read them all.
Yeah.
It's my reward.
Yeah.
So I thank you for thanking. Much appreciated. Got another model?
I do, and this actually was done in 2 different colors.
I haven't seen this one for a while.
No, isn't it? I just love this one.
I do too.
And this is actually the 15-sided Biscornu called Sweetheart Roses.
Mm-hmm.
And it's done in this violet color, but it's also can be done in rose gold. And I love how the hard hanger squares around the outside adds to the nice silk ribbon roses
and
on the
then
top.
on the bottom there's also some. Exactly.
Right.
It's just all covered. So
It's
you're
all
how many
covered.
do you do? 15 of them?
15 little squares. And I think they're, what, 2 inches by 2 inches?
Something like that.
Like that.
Another thing you can do, I know this sounds really odd, but you could do every other one with a different pattern.
Definitely.
You could change colors all the time, so you don't just have one.
Oh, wouldn't that be
color.
pretty? All sorts of different colors.
Yes, because it's a simple pattern to change.
Definitely.
You know, if you have an idea, for instance, that you want all the roses to be different colors, but the rest to be all green or all gold metallic would be really nice. And I also remember our little Russian friend, I've forgotten her name, but she does things in off-white.
Tone on tone, yes.
Yes, in the cream.
Irinka?
I think you may be right. Ivanka?
Yeah.
Anyway, and she does things more or less white, tone on tone.
Tone on tone.
With taupe and creams and things like that. I could see this one
absolutely.
like that too.
And then it also has a little scissor fob that goes with it. But you could also do it as a 6-sided Biscornu, which I think is...
It's in the pattern, isn't it?
It is in the pattern. 2 larger squares for the top and bottom, and then the hard hanger squares around the outside.
And actually, that one doesn't take as long.
It doesn't take as long, that's right.
But it's not as impressive as this one.
No, that's...
Sorry, I like that one.
And I should have brought, because I've done both colorways, all pieces. So
do you have needles stuck in yours?
No, I don't actually.
I've
got them stacked together.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Sort of like that, but more of them.
Yeah. It used to be my old China hutch that because I bought a new one. This was a smaller one, and I bought a larger one. So I went, hey, wait a minute, that could go in my sewing room because, of course, it has the nice cabinet down below, which I have stuffed full of things. And
as they should be.
Yeah, I'm really going to have to go through my sewing room one day. But anyways, then the top display part, I have all sorts of needlework stuff. And
then it's behind glass doors, so it doesn't get quite so dusty either.
You would hope so, but...
Let's see who else is here. Diane Diane Zamudio, good morning from Killeen, Texas. I'm sure it's very warm there. And Karen Leary, how
Yeah.
are you? Yes, you haven't been there. How are you
Nope.
doing? And I hope you're doing okay.
Absolutely. In New
And
Zealand?
yes, and that you're feeling pretty good. We should really
Yeah.
be quiet because
Yeah.
she's sleeping.
Yeah, exactly. It would be what, 4 a.m. for
Yeah.
you? 5 a.m. Something like
That's
that?
right. You guys, you're
Mhm.
just amazing. And you know what? I have to admit, I do wake up in the middle of the night often. And
I do too, but I go back to bed and go to sleep.
I don't know how you do it, how you get up enough so that you can watch us act silly
Absolutely, yes.
first
Yeah.
thing in the morning.
Because
on
then
this
I wouldn't be going back to sleep. Yeah.
So well done. Thank you
Yeah.
for being our fans, loyal
Mhm.
fans. So much appreciated. And I'm glad you're here after you've been away for some time. Cheryl says happy Friday from Atlantic, Canada. Hello, Cheryl Keensey. It's good to see you too. Okay, and do you have another model?
I do.
I have some models that you put over here
I
too.
do, yes. Yeah. We probably
This
have
is
shown
quite
this one
something.
before, but it is quite something. And there again, I was going to bring my version of it because I made it into a bag.
You
But
always say
I
you're
got-
gonna,
I know.
and then you don't.
Yesterday when I was pulling it, I had it in my mind. Oh yeah, just grab this, and of course,
then what she does is she puts if she remembers when she's home, she puts it by the back door,
absolutely.
and then goes right by it when she has to come to work.
Yes, I have done that before too, but I didn't write myself a note to say bring.
Right.
Not that I always read the notes either. So you know.
I know. Memory is just a little touchy these days. Sorry, Barbara Weiner Bublik is here. Hello,
Hello.
lady. It's good to see you. Okay, here is the entire piece, and I've got mine ready to go so that you can show what you want to show the box first.
I do. Yes.
That's a really nice idea, and maybe we can put these guys in there,
We can do that.
and then we'll see what else can fit in there, because I don't think you can fit everything in there, can you?
I'm just
Maybe just one of them, and
Yeah.
then just one of them here.
I don't know. Okay.
And then we'll show that there are more. How's that?
Okay.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the pattern. And this is a pattern, what do we call it again?
Tea and stitches.
And stitches.
It was you did it at one of our retreats many years ago.
And look at all the different stitches all the way around. There's hem stitching, there's hardanger, there's pulled thread, there's more pulled thread. Oh my goodness, and look at all the different hardangers in the corners. And the scene itself is actually a scene near the inner harbor here in Victoria during the springtime, because that's when we were holding the retreat, as you can see, with the blossoms on the tree, which we have a lot of. And we also have those lamp standers that you can see with the flower baskets. And this was the hotel right here that everyone stayed at or went for lunch or dinner to.
We had dinner there.
Yes.
That was the Gatsby.
That's right. And that is what we call the Parliament buildings and the Empress Hotel mixed up.
Yeah. And they don't stand beside each other, so you know.
No, I took some artistic license. Anyway, so the bottom of the box, because this is the lid.
Exactly. So here's the box, and it has been lined on the inside with the pink moire. And then we have, let's see, the scissor fob, scissor case, and needle book.
And the needle book and the scissor case actually took things out from this pattern, but also like that little lighthouse is a tiny lighthouse that's also around here. So it's a touristy kind of design or pattern. Things that people would find when they come here.
Absolutely.
The only thing we missed is the whale watching tour.
Yeah. And it's hard to get that boat in.
Yeah. And of course we had these variations on both of them. And oddly enough, because we have two of each of them, some are bigger, some are smaller, but nevertheless, Lisa made two different kinds of fobs, two different kinds of scissor cases. And two different kinds of needle books. They're just slightly different in size. For instance,
a lot smaller.
Yeah. I'm just hearing something. I'm just hoping that it isn't something bad upstairs going on. Would you mind checking upstairs?
I will. You want to put that in there?
Because, I don't have Richard here, so I can't ask him.
I'm just going to go upstairs.
She's going upstairs to make sure that there isn't anything, because I hear a lot of beeping. And you know, sometimes things can happen. You forget that you've left something on or...
Beeping's not coming from upstairs.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay. So it's beeping outside, most likely. It's the construction guys, highly likely.
Yeah. Want me to go check your freezer?
Okay. She's going to check my freezer now. It's really interesting. We have a huge house being built right there,
Okay.
just up the way a little bit. And so they make all sorts of noises that we can't predict. And right now there's a lot of beeping going on. So it's kind of unique. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think you're right. It's coming from the construction.
Construction? Okay. Yeah, because you never know what they're going to sound like. Anyway, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And look what
Your house
happens
is safe.
here. Thank goodness. Let's see. I would love to do that. Is it available? Karen Leary, this one is available, of course.
Definitely. Yes.
And
Tea and stitches.
Tea and stitches
Mhm.
on our website. So look it up and you'll find the pattern there. As you know, we have it as PDF or printed if you would like it printed. And Loretta loves the pieces too. Do you have boxes for tea and stitches? I stitched it, but I haven't framed it yet or found a box.
Nope. We don't. Sorry.
Dorothy, we don't have this kind of
No.
box, but this came from Sudbury House.
Yeah, it came from Sudbury.
And it
Yeah.
could be that this very box, I seem to remember it being called Betsy box, or is that the square one?
Betsy is the square one. So
Okay. So the inner part here looks to me 5x7.
5x7.
At the top, because
Mhm.
you'll be able to tell which one it is. It's a rectangular box. Not sure whether you have this one in particular because this one was whitewashed
Yeah.
and really came that way. But they probably have some mahogany and or walnut boxes in that shape.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have a lid that goes up and down. It's a separate lid as well. So hopefully you'll be able to find it. Is the floss pack available? Karen Leary, no.
No.
You know that since my semi-retirement, we do not make any more floss packs unless we have some threads in the back.
Mhm.
And as it turns out, we may end up finding a few more in the future, but you'll be sure to know. And it isn't this one.
Yeah.
We don't have the threads for this one in the back in our
I don't think so.
stock room.
Yeah.
But no, we don't
Yeah.
make those anymore. But tea and stitches packs could be available online. You know, sometimes the stores have bought more than they could sell before we decided not to make them anymore. So don't forget to Google Tea and Stitches ACK pack, spelled ACCPACK.
Yeah.
Because if you look that up, you may find a store has one sitting in their drawer, and it's, you know, or they've got it together with the pattern or something like that. So don't hesitate to check it out.
Exactly. And it would also be a really easy one to change colors for.
Yes. And if you've done any of the stitching along with us with the stitch along patterns, the stitch along patterns give you a suggestion for colors, but all you need to do is to get the front cover of this one, Tea and Stitches, and look to see approximately what colors I used. Well, that's good. Thank you very much for asking. I'm sorry, Karen. I'll tell you though, making packs was a huge concern at all times. And I have to say that during COVID, we had real big problems with a supply chain. And I know you hear that from everyone. Grocery stores have, so it wasn't just us.
Yeah.
And our biggest issue was not that people weren't making them. They found that they didn't have enough employees. And that seems to be the common thread.
And it's still going on.
Yeah.
A lot of these, thread companies, I don't think they'll be back up running normally until 2023.
Yeah. So it's not that, we didn't want to even carry on, but at some point you have to do what's good for you. And that's what we've done. But the threads should be easy to find. And thank you, Dorothy, for saying that.
Yes.
Dorothy Wendell, hello. I haven't said hello to you yet. And I think that's it.
Yep.
Oh, don't you have a conversion chart online? Yes.
Yes.
Karen, that's very smart. And we usually recommend that to people. Go under the FAQ. And you should be able to find our conversion charts somewhere in one of the questions. There's a link. Now, Dorothy's here. So
I know.
you
You're
know
going
what
to
we
do
have to
an
do.
angel card?
Yeah, it's my turn to pick.
It's your turn to pick. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Ready, Dorothy?
Ready?
Ready,
You want me to-
everyone?
actually, I shouldn't hold it up too high.
No, I'm not looking. I'm not looking. Okay, here we go. This for you, Dorothy, and for everyone, of course. give yourself more time to enjoy the beauty in your life.
Ah, very nice. That's a good one.
It really
Yeah.
is. And I hope that you remember that you're also the beauty in your life. It's not just out there, it's also inside. Okay, says Karen. Okay. Aw. And now we have some more models.
We have some more models.
Gosh, you know, Lisa.
I went hunting yesterday.
Yeah, she put all this together
Yeah.
for us, and I didn't have any part in it because I was just overwhelmed with all of the requests and demands from Richard when he before he left for 5 months. I haven't told, most of you have come later that he's gone now for 5 months. And you know, when you think about it, you got a suitcase and a laptop case, and that's all you've got with you to go for 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy. And you have to think, okay, do you do this? Do you do that? Do you have the cards? Do you have the COVID test? Do you have everything?
Yeah.
And so that's what we've been doing. And certainly yesterday was quite intense. And so I'm really grateful that you did this and got all the models ready for showing.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So these two are called Friends and Stitches, and they were done in 2 different colorways. They're nice little bell pulls. Sorry.
Oh, that's
if I
good.
bop you in the ear with my elbow.
No, my ear is fine.
Yeah.
Actually, they are really pretty together. I'm glad you're showing them at the same time. And I'll just show you a little bit closer up with this color. But look again, you can actually manage to change the colors on this one to make it look like
exactly like this
one.
And that one was finished with color behind the heart hanger, and this one, of course, is open.
That's right. That's exactly right. I think that a lot of my patterns were not single colors, that's for sure, not monochrome, but they were not as brilliantly colored as some of my later ones.
Yes,
actually, the earlier ones, I like that subtlety at the time. And this one is called
Friends and Stitches.
And it's one of the early ones. It's also really fun to do because all that heart hanger at the bottom is like...
It's very simple heart hanger. It's not overly difficult.
No, it's not overly difficult, but it's complicated looking, which is what I like.
Yeah.
I don't like things too difficult. Like, for instance, I've never put a picot in any of my patterns except for one.
Except for one. That was the heirloom wedding.
And my teaching one.
Yeah.
The one in the Beyond Cross Stitch.
That's true.
And I'll tell you, both of them, that's it. I'll never do it again.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, I just can't do them so easily. And I know there's some of you who go, I can do all of them.
I love picots. Yeah, I'm not a picot fan.
But everybody I know has a hard time with some kind of knot. And that one has defeated me too many times. So, okay, I'm going to need a lot of stitching to bring transitional care after my never-ending surgeries.
Oh, wow.
Karen, you are going to have to definitely have a lot of stitching. Yeah. So how is it going? And I hope that things are going well enough that you can feel like there's some progress and some, good improvement. That's really important. And she's going right back. She's going to be right back. I think she's gone to get her stitching.
Oh, could be. Could be.
Okay, and so we have another model.
We do, and these are from the Alphabet Sampler series. One is E is for Empress, which I thought was kind of appropriate this week due to the 70th anniversary of the Queen's
so
accession to the throne.
That is true. That's right. This is kind of a big deal in England, particularly.
England, absolutely.
Yeah. Good morning, Renee.
I heard she wasn't doing well yesterday, but the Queen.
The Queen?
Yeah.
Well, she made it to today, and that is amazing and apparently quite the record. So this one's called E is for Empress.
E is for
I'm
Empress.
going to go a little closer and just see if there's any way that we can see. Yes, there we go. It's focusing correctly.
Exactly. And so all the elements and all the stitches all start with E.
Start with the letter E.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the names of the stitches. And echinacea, I think I remember this one. And of course, this is an ermine. And there's a whole bunch of little motifs and stitches in here that all start with E.
The puny little elephant.
Tiny little elephant. They're supposed to be big.
And then you got the eagle over there.
That's right. And it's kind of much bigger than the elephant. And,
yes.
And I don't know what kind of a bug that is. Do you remember what that is?
Earwig?
It could be. It could be. I would do something silly like that.
An earwig or something? I can't remember what I I might have said earwig, I don't know. And then of course, being it's June and it's the end of the school year for a lot of people, T is for teacher.
Oh, that is actually, I've heard many people actually stitching this for their children's teachers or their grandchildren's teachers.
Exactly.
So it's a really nice one. Cheryl Kinsey is just checking and saying, what's the frame? Checkerboard piece behind Thea on the wall. So it's behind me, and I think it's up here.
Oh, that's the quilting bee.
Yes, it's the quilt in the middle of the sampler, and that does have a whole bunch of different stitches. Here, let me just see if I can get out of the way. There you go. There, you just see the bottom of it, and at the top it's a scene where people are working on a quilt all together.
And it says, where quilters gather, friendship blossoms.
So go and look it up. It's called Quilting Bee, right?
Quilting Bee.
There you go. And then you'll see it in our website.
And then I pulled out a lot.
You pulled out 2 pin cushions.
I did.
Oh,
and I love these pin cushions.
I do too, actually.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that you showed them again, because we haven't seen them for at least half a year.
Something like that.
I think so, anyway. Look at this. So there is one pin cushion, which is called Bumblebee.
Bumblebee.
Pin cushion. And look at that. They're pollinating the echinacea flowers. And I think, or the daisies, whatever you would like to call them, but I think they're echinacea.
I think they're echinacea too.
Do you? And there is also a pin up here, so I can hang the needle pin keep.
Yeah.
And as you can see, what we've done, or what Lisa's done, is gotten some beautiful gold wool felt so that it doesn't rust your needles. And then also a lovely little scissor fob. And this bee is
the queen bee.
It's the queen bee, and I just love this bee. I spent quite a bit of time getting it as right as I could get it, and I hope that you like it too.
It's all over one thread too, isn't it?
Yes, yes. That one is it really? Let me just see. Nope. It looks like it.
Yeah.
But if you do it over one, it's really small. It looks almost real. But what I like about this, of course, is that it fits on top of one of our
spindle pin
cushion forms.
Yeah, that we had, yes.
And those forms were really good, but you can make this pin cushion into a completely different kind.
Yes.
Put it inside a mug or a ashtray or something that it fits into.
Exactly. You can get those tray pin cushion bases from Sudbury House.
That's right.
It would work in that. They have a couple of round. You don't need the tray. They also have another one that's just a wood.
And they are fit exactly in the tray one. That I know. So the size of the tray one, it'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Because we've done one. We've done a tray that so you can see.
Exactly.
So, but you have to go to the Sudbury website to get that tray pin cushion round thing.
And I think it's called the Etc. pin cushion.
Is it? Okay. Yeah. There we go.
And this is the strawberry pin cushion. And let's. I don't want it. I don't know how tight. Oh, it's pretty tight on
Pretty tight. Yep.
Yeah. So there's that, and then of course it has the. Let me go.
There we go. Here, I'll hold this one. You can't hold everything at one time. Nope. I get it.
Hard to manage, and I don't have a pin on that one that I could hang it on. So
exactly.
It's got the little
pin keep.
Pin keep. There again, it has some green felt, and then it has a little strawberry emery.
That's right. So both of these pin cushions fit on what we call the spindle pin cushion form. And oddly enough, your question, will you ever have the spindles again, the spindle pin cushions again? We did ask for it, and unfortunately, the people who make our pin cushions were busy this summer.
Yeah.
And so we were thinking of getting some in again. And what we might do, Margaret, this is a good question, and we will send out a notice for this, not just in Facebook. What we might do is ask for if people want to prepay for them so that we can actually make a specific order just for the people who actually want and need them because they've done the design and then we ran out of pin cushions. So I don't think that's fair.
Yes.
So if you're one of those people, then just watch your inbox. Won't be until the end of the summer if we do it.
Yes.
Okay? And if you can find another way to frame it, like Donna Granger, who said, I put the strawberry one on a small box instead of on the wooden piece.
Very nice.
A very nice idea. And Donna loves those pincushions.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Donna. Margaret says, I'm just totally in love with the strawberry pincushion. Thank you. That one is one of my favorites for
it's
sure.
one of my favorites too.
It's got that real strawberry thing going on.
I love the colors in it, the cream fabric and the nice strawberries, red strawberries, they really pop out.
They do indeed. And again, you don't need to wait for the spindles. But if you do wait for them, it probably won't be until the end of this year, probably around this fall, that we would announce that.
Yes.
Okay. No promises here.
No. No promises.
I'll pay now if I have to. Just what I need to lift my spirits. See my earlier note. Oh, good. I'm just in love. That's wonderful. So get the pattern, do the pattern. And if we don't do it, which is somewhat unlikely, we'll probably do this because we talked about it.
We have, yes.
Just recently. Then it would be a good idea that you can always finish it in a different way with the tray.
Exactly. We don't have the tray here.
We don't have the tray to show you, but it looks really nice in there as well. Okay, so you're in good spirits now. That's good to hear. And I've got two more.
You've got 2 more on your side?
I do. Apparently I do.
Yeah, I put them there for you.
So there's this one, which is Button Button. And I have to say, this is a little more whimsical than most of my things. It isn't meaningful, but it is really fun. The colors are adorable. As you can see, they're kind of more pastel colors, I think. Who's got the button in there? I put a button that is very unique. You can put any kind of button there. One of your favorites, or maybe one of your grandmother's or mother's buttons that you happen to like.
Definitely.
The pattern itself looks great on a wall, and you don't have to use the verse or the button. You can also put other words in place of that. Just get the alphabet pattern that we have on our PDF page. And finally, this was such a sweet thing.
It was a really nice one to stitch, yes.
Yeah, you love stitching. I remember you coming in and saying, oh, look at those peacocks. Oh. So there's the peacock sampler. Starts off with a couple of peacocks that are done 1 over 1, so they're very detailed. And then you can see all the different stitches that I love to put in. And personally, I love this feather, this peacock feather as well.
Me too.
And it is mainly done with long stitches, but also fly stitch. Is it done with?
I think there was some fly stitches on it.
No, mainly long stitches.
No, I think just long, yeah.
So you don't have to worry about it too much.
And I think that over 1 cross stitch in the center, right?
That's what it is. Okay, there you go. And then needlework is where your treasure is, and there will your heart be also.
But I also love the actual peacock right here.
This one is really cool. Yeah. It's so fun, you know, when you, because I sit there and for a long time and I really try to make it look realistic. And then I look back and I go, well, that's more an artistic rendition. It's not realistic, but it still makes me feel like it is. And that's the fun for me.
But I love the colors of the teal and the green and the gold. They just all go so well together.
They kind of do. And this frame, you know, we've had our framer for a long time, Dee. She absolutely loved this frame to go with this, this piece. I remember how happy she was when she found it. And, you know, it's the kind of frame you can put on many things.
Absolutely.
But this one in particular just had all those colors in already. The peacocks are really great. Thank you, Martha. Very nice of you. So I think that's all the models you've brought out for us. That's all the models that I brought out. Very nice. I do have a little sample of the beginning of our stitch along for June. There's not much to see as usual. When it first starts, you go, okay, maybe. But the pattern will show you, the second page of the pattern will show you approximately a way that you can make it into one piece, which will be long and narrow. If you want to do it that way, like only about this wide and quite long. Or, and this is another idea, is you can make it not so long, but too wide. Like there's squares that all fit together. You can fit them together in any way possible. However, they're an odd number of squares.
Yes.
So you may need to put an extra square in with some words or the date that you finished it, or whatever, because the extra square would have to fill up the if you do them side by side.
Yeah.
So you'll see what I mean when you see the pattern, but you don't think that just because we decided that it would be really nice
Yes.
in a long, narrow sampler that you have to do it that way. You can also do it where you divide the squares up and make it into two wide,
Yeah.
2 squares wide.
I think it would also be great if you do each month individually.
Absolutely.
And then finish them as little blocks as well.
Also, and I know Donna loves doing that, so we're
Mhm.
going to watch Donna make those individual ones, because you have all these different fabrics, and you can mix and match with your finishing fabrics, right, Donna? I'd love to see you do that as well. And Karen likes the colors of the Peacock sampler
Me
too.
too.
Me too.
Mhm.
Me too. And so the other thing that we have to announce,
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't mean to make such a noise here, okay, is you've got an auction this week.
I do.
Lisa's auction.
Yeah.
And we are auctioning off this bright, cute little seaside sampler.
Yeah.
And it is
Seaside Garden.
Oh, yeah,
Belpole.
that's right.
Yeah.
Seaside Garden. It's one of the small Victorian gardens. In other words, the same size as our other Victorian gardens. But only this one is with a lighthouse at the top. And some starfish and a seagull. And as you can see, there's some shells there. So there's some kind of shellfish there. Some waves. And the bottom is, a view over the beach where you can see the sailboats just doing their regatta. Anyway, this particular little one is going to be on sale, on auction, I should say.
Yeah.
And so watch for this. I probably can't do it until a little later on, but watch for it today, and everything will be up by tomorrow for sure.
Exactly. And it also has the hardware that comes with it, too.
Yes, included. You have this beautiful little bell and this little top. So if you enjoy those Belpo hardwares, you get that along with it. So that should bring in some good bids for our auction.
Yes.
How many parts to this new stitch along? There are 7 parts to this new stitch along. That way it will end in December.
Yes.
So you'll be able to tell on the back, on the second page, you'll see it all in one long thing that was divided up. But generally speaking, there's 7 parts. That's how many months there are left, isn't it?
There is, yeah.
June, July, August, September, November, December. No, October, November, and then December. So we
7 months.
We wanted to make sure that it lasts until the end of the year. So I hope that helps you, and I hope you all try to participate, because it'll be fun seeing this one come along.
Absolutely. Yes.
I think it's the end of the day.
It's the end of the day for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I woke up at 3 o'clock,
3 o'clock.
to see
You've
Richard off.
You've already done a full day?
I feel like it.
Yeah, I bet you have. Yes.
It'll be really nice to see you all next week when I'm completely rested.
Yes.
And in the meantime, I hope you have a very good weekend.
Yeah.
And if anybody has any other questions, now's the time. Nope, nobody's got any questions, it looks like. Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend, Loretta.
Thank you so much for joining, as always.
Yeah.
We love to have you, right?
We do. Yes.
I look forward to it every week. So see you next Friday.
See you next Friday.
Have a good weekend.
Until then.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.